In this video, I'm going to be doing a channel update, or dare I say vlog. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a 2020 review, and I'm going to be discussing some of the changes you can expect to see in 2021. So if you want to see what's going to be changing, then make sure you stick around until the end of the video, because we're going to be discussing things like a Minecraft server, a second Minecraft channel, Discord related things, monetization, all of that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the slightly uncomfortable level of eye contact. But first thing on the agenda, before we get into the changes in 2021, I want to have a quick look back at 2020, everything that has happened on the channel and how far we have come. Now, for those of you who don't know, the grand plan for 2020, my big ambitious plan for 2020 was originally to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Now, at the time of recording, I'm on 3,244 subscribers, and the growth has been absolutely ridiculous. So, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has stuck with the channel for so long. And one more thing that I should say in regard to that as well is, obviously I'm still a small subscriber. My average video is getting about 2,000 views, all this kind of stuff. But one important characteristic is the percentage of views to the number of subscribers I have. But then more importantly, the number of you who are liking and commenting on all of these videos is far and above most other YouTubers who are at my level. So that is incredibly promising. So again, the community just seems incredibly active for such a small YouTube channel. Now, quickly going back to the original plan for 2020 to hit 1,000 subscribers and then hopefully to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. We're now going to adjust that plan ever so slightly. I am now aiming for 15,000 subscribers as a minimum by the end of 2021. I know, yet again, it's ambitious, but we smashed the last one by more than threefold, so let's see what we can do. If we carry on with that trend, imagine if we could get past 50,000 subscribers. The scenes would be absolutely chaotic. So in review, I guess that you could say that 2020 has been a pretty awesome year all round. I can't think of anything that has made it bad in the slightest. I haven't left my room in about 7 days. Alright, so that pretty much summarizes it for 2020 looking backwards, but I would love to get into some of the changes that are coming up in 2021, particularly some of them are going to be coming quite soon. And first up on the agenda is going to be the second channel. That is right, I'm going to be making a second channel. For those of you who know, I've kind of taken a battle simulator approach with tabs, with Total Tank Simulator, Ravenfield, all this kind of stuff on the main channel, but I still have quite a lot of Minecraft fans and a little bit of an overlap where people still want to see quite a lot of Minecraft, and it is still a game I love. So I'm going to be making a second channel specifically for Minecraft. Now, the strategy for that second channel is going to be very different from the one that you're used to on my main channel, where I produce quite a lot of content. That one is going to be more focused on producing one video every kind of 3 to 6 weeks, but it'll be a much longer form video, but much higher quality also. And just to give you a little bit of a timeline on that, I'm expecting to have that released sometime around the end of March, hopefully the start of March, but it might even be pushed back a little further because obviously I've got to do all of the branding. I've got to make sure it looks similar to my main channel, but different enough. There's a lot of variables I still need to set up that I haven't had a chance to do yet, but that will be coming soon enough and hopefully will be awesome. So in summary, a second channel focused around Minecraft with slightly less frequent uploads but much higher production value, and that will be releasing sometime towards the end of March. Now, moving on to the second point, but still related to the previous one, sometime towards the end of July, I plan on releasing my very own Minecraft server for the community. Now, obviously, this server is going to start out quite small and very manageable, but the plan for this is much like other YouTubers that you see. I want to grow it out, expand it into a professional server with plugins and staff roles, all this kind of stuff, but obviously that will take some time. But that will be a brilliant place for people from both of my channels to get into one server, to have some fun, and also being in that server is going to give you a massive advantage, because my big plan would be to host server kind of events like Hunger Games, all this kind of stuff, to make it much more interesting and give you a chance of actually getting into live streams and onto YouTube. And it'll just make it a little bit more unique, interesting, and fun for everybody who's involved. So in summary of point number 2 about the Minecraft server, that will be coming in late July. And of course, that will be free for all of the community from both my channels to join and congregate and have fun within there. Okay, moving swiftly on to point number 3, and yet again, this is still somehow related to point 1 and 2. All of these are just sort of blending into one. But point number 3 is going to be that the channel is going to be receiving a rebrand. Whilst I really like the brand that I've got currently, and it looks really nice, it's not very standout, and it doesn't really communicate my personality at all. Because of the colors, it's quite dark, and it drops into the background a little bit. So I want to get something a little bit more cartoonized and a little bit more vibrant, so you can expect to see that change also. Now, the way in which point 3 actually ties into point 1 and 2 is because, of course, if I'm going to be rebranding this channel right here, it of course pushes the timeline for my second channel back, because before I can actually professionally brand my second channel, I first need to know what my first channel is actually going to look like, because whilst I want them to be different, I want them to be similar enough so people still recognize that it's my channel and it's my second channel. Okay, so to summarize point number 3, the channel is going to be getting rebranded hopefully towards the end of January, but that might actually fall into February. So if you suddenly see all the artwork change, don't worry, I haven't been hacked and it is still the same account. So please don't leave me. Moving on to point number 4, we're going to be briefly discussing monetization of the channel, which will be occurring January 1st, 2021, so within 5 or 6 days. But before we get into monetization, I want to discuss a few points, because obviously I don't really like monetizing the channel. It makes it slightly less natural and harmonious now that money is involved in it, and that's one of the reasons I've avoided it for so long. For those of you who've been with the channel for a while, obviously I could monetize at 1,000 subscribers. We're now at 3,200 and I still haven't done it. I wish I could do this forever. However, the big dream for this YouTube channel is that one day I will be able to do this full time, and therefore I have to be realistic about how I'm actually going to achieve that, which obviously means at some point I'm going to have to monetize the channel. Now, I'm going to be making a separate video that will be covering the membership aspect of that on the 1st of January when monetization comes out and the join feature becomes available. But because it is fairly straightforward, I want to take an opportunity to discuss the video ad aspect and also the super chat aspect. So let's start with the super chat aspect because it's pretty straightforward, let's be honest. So in terms of what actually changes on the live streams with super chat, it really isn't much. It is exactly the same for the majority of people, but now if you do choose to buy an emote or send a message or donate, you can now actually do that within the live stream. And what that will do is there'll be a little bit at the top, pops at the top, and it will basically show their message for a little bit longer, and it will highlight it so it's more easy for me to read. And it's an easy way that people can support the channel and help me make this into a career if they so choose to. But one thing I really want to stress is there is absolutely zero pressure to anybody who actually support the channel financially. And the content that I currently do will not be changing, so it will still be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload and a Tuesday and Thursday live stream. That will still be the schedule, and that will not be changing with monetization. So functionally, nothing is changing. There is only going to be additional stuff for people who do choose to support the channel. Now, moving on to the video advertisement section, my plan for this is to just do pre and post roll adverts, and the little one that pops up is a little square suggestion in the top corner. I don't want to absolutely spam you with ads at the minute because I feel like it kind of ruins the immersive aspect of the community. So my plan is to keep that fairly minimal and fairly straightforward. And also, I think it's quite sneaky, but YouTube run ads on your videos anyway, even if you're not monetizing them. So I feel like I'm basically just being robbed here. So to quickly summarize monetization of the channel, I again want to stress that will be happening on January 1st. Again, there is absolutely no pressure or expectation in any way, shape, or form to actually financially support the channel. It's only if you can and or want to. And finally, I will be producing a membership join video on the 1st of January, so that will be a whole separate video where I explain that in detail and the tiers and the perks and bonuses, all that kind of stuff, so you can stay tuned for that. Now, if you've made it to this point in the video and you haven't got bored, clicked off, and or fallen asleep, then GG to you, but we're going to be moving into point 5, which will be discussing Discord. Now, incredibly, the Discord is almost up to 500 members, so we're about to get Discord membership. If you haven't already joined and you want to help us get past that 500 member mark, then there'll be a link on screen right now so you can join in off there. But if you're wondering why you should actually join the Discord in the first place, there's quite a few good reasons to do so. First of which, and most importantly, is obviously we have a game night, which means every single 2 weeks, we all jump into one big VC and just raid some game. And it is really fun, and both of those we've done so far have been really good. And I'm really excited to see that grow and develop. So again, if you want to get involved in that, you have to be in a Discord, because that's how we organize it, because you can't really organize anything on the YouTube comment section, particularly considering it is a dumpster fire. And what's more than that is it's just an opportunity to get really deeply bedded within the community. There's a bunch of awesome people in there. We've got some awesome cool rank systems. It also gives you a head start on announcements and content, and we also it gives you preferential access to live streams and early access to live streams because the announcements go out there first. So if you do want to get more involved in the community, then do join the Discord, because that is where all of that kind of stuff happens. So in summary of point 5, in terms of the Discord, basically we have game nights every 2 weeks. Get involved as much or as little as you want to. We've got an awesome rank system. Also, we'll be appointing a senior moderator January 1st, and again, we're trying to get to 500 members in the Discord to hopefully push us into the Discord partnership realm. And moving on to point 6, I now want to discuss some more of my socials. So I am now on Twitter and actually using it quite regularly for announcements, for updates, for polls, all this kind of stuff. So again, if you want to get more deeply embedded in the community, then head over to Twitter and drop me a follow. And the same applies for Instagram. I'm going to start trying to be more active on Instagram, so if you haven't already checked out my Instagram, again, links will be on screen right now, and links will be down in the description if you want to head over and follow my Twitter and or Instagram. I'm going to start trying to build a little bit of collateral so that I'm not just on YouTube, hopefully be able to expand that a little bit onto Twitter and Instagram. So again, if you want to help out the channel, then do go follow both of those socials. And last but not least, I want to move on to point 7, which is actually going to be discussing the content itself. Now, this is going to be a slightly more technical point, but I thought because I don't do these vlog videos very often, this might be a very good opportunity to actually explain my kind of strategy for the channel and how you can possibly actually aim to help me in growing this channel. Something I've been really working hard to do is increasing the actual technical quality of the videos. I've also got a green screen coming quite soon because obviously you guys, I do really listen to the community. 90% of you actually wanted me to keep the webcam to see my ugly mug and my ridiculous reactions, but I didn't like the background, so I'm going to be getting rid of the background with a green screen, or at least testing that to begin with, because I feel like it would plant me more into the scene and be more immersive, so we're going to give that a try. But one of the things that I've been neglecting on my channel that I see that the big YouTubers do is they really focus on storytelling and giving people an incentive to watch to the end and giving them a hook at the start of the video. So hopefully you're going to see the production quality go up, not just in the technical aspect, but now in the kind of commentary and the storytelling aspect, because that's really, really important. Now, the reason that this is so important is because if you understand how the algorithm works, there's two main features. There is the watch time retention and overall watch time. In other words, how long are people watching your videos for? And also the click-through rate. In other words, how interesting is your thumbnail, your title? How much do people actually want to watch that video? And what a lot of us small YouTubers do is we really neglect that storytelling side of it. So what I'm going to be trying to do is up the production value of not only the technical side of stuff, but the emotional side of stuff as well, to hopefully increase our chances in the algorithm. But again, obviously, one way that you can help is just watching the videos, commenting and liking, but you're doing that anyway, so I should say, again, a big thank you. And that pretty much summarizes it for this channel update and for 2021. So once again, we're going to try and go for a minimum of 15,000 subscribers, which is quite ambitious, but I secretly think we might be able to get to 50,000, which is incredibly ambitious, and some might say borderline foolish, but I think there is a chance we could actually do that. And if you have watched until the end of the video right here, then again, a big thank you, because of course you're helping me with my watch time and my audience retention and my click-through rate, which of course really, really helps the channel. So big shout out to you, and especially a big shout out because I know that I've just spent the last however many minutes just throwing information at you that you don't really want and you certainly don't need. So thank you for choosing, for whatever reason, to watch until the end of this video. But again, guys, we are a small community, but we are growing really, really quickly, and it is awesome to see just how engaged everyone actually is with the channel, and it's quite exciting to see how quickly it's growing and the future aspirations for this channel. So once again, thank you very much, and I will catch you again in the next video.